Hello everyone, got a coin lot today. Got some cool coins in this. Now, I'll start with the Standing Liberty quarters because there was 9 of them total. And I just checked the melt value before I went to get these. These were 2 cents over melt each was the price given. Nothing real special about them. Several of them are dateless. Some might have a partial date, like there's a 6 on that. But that's not the main thing I wanted to talk about. Now, sometimes you get a chance to buy one of these 1-cent coins. This is a large one, 1853, large penny that is. Got a hole in it, of course, but these are good sized coins because they're bigger than a quarter, but it's copper. So normally, if this doesn't have a hole in it and it doesn't have this kind of damage, a coin like this might be $20 or $30. But this looks like it has a little environmental damage, like pitting and stuff. But it is over 150 years old, almost 100, 170 actually. Kind of neat. Now, this particular coin, someone carried in their pocket for a long time. By the outline of the head and what little I can tell from the back here, I can kind of see a 38 there in this shape of this design and a hint of a G. I know it's a 2.5 good. This is 720 silver. It's slicked pretty bad, but it's a good sized piece, being that it's about the same diameter as a Morgan dollar, a little bit thinner. It's 720 silver, so it's not particularly super valuable. I basically got it for around melt as well. Now, this coin wasn't melt. This is an older 50-cent piece that's got damage on it. As you can see, it's scratched, and it's got a little hole in it. But this is an 1813 capped bust $half that, if this wasn't scratched and holed, this would probably be about $150 coin, maybe something like that. But this damage prevents it from being worth a lot. Now, I didn't get this one for melt, but that's okay because I wanted it anyway. Now, this last coin in this particular lot, we'll look at this side first. Now, it's been damaged. Got a couple of holes drilled in it a little bit, and then one that's drilled through. I think these were someone was trying to test it, maybe. There's a few more holes in it too. Now, this is a 1770 date on this. This is the kind of coin that you would expect to see in a pirate's treasure chest. I mean, it's old enough. It's a Bavarian coin. This is Bavaria. So it's German states. This thing's pretty large. It is bigger diameter than a Morgan dollar. It's a little bit lighter because it's worn. Well, I think it's lighter. It might not actually be. I think these started at probably about the same weight as what a trade dollar is, 420 grains. This one, though, with the hole is and the little drilled in holes and all the wear, I'll have to get my scale out. which I'll do here in a minute. Now, the other item, which I thought was pretty cool, when I went to pick up my coin lot, he had another customer in there who wanted to sell some fossils. But my jeweler coin dealer isn't really big on buying them. But he said, I'll give you this one for nothing. Now you look, it just looks like a egg-shaped round piece of stone. When you pop it open, this is a fossil that I have both sides of. This one's raised, this one's sunk in. And it fits together perfectly because it was one piece. Now, if I found a stone like this, I wouldn't have thought there might be a fossil in the middle of it. But he gave it to me for nothing. And since I got both sides, I feel like this is a pretty cool item. Because if you go out in the alley and find a fossil stone, which I think I have one around here somewhere, not handy though, you're probably not going to find both sides if it's cracked open. And who would have thought this had a fossil in the middle, just being this shape? But I thought that was real cool. Now, talk about this real quick again. Effingham, Illinois. Illinois Guarantee Savings and Loan Association. Don't know if this place is still in business. Probably not. This is probably from the 70s when they would hand out promotional stuff like this. Let's get my scale down and we'll do some weighing. Now, when I said the standing liberties were at melt, well, maybe. I mean, 2 cents over melt. It might be more than that just because they are heavily worn coins. Set this down on the table, turn it on, and 50 grams. Let the select grams. And then I'm going to show you real quick that scale reads 50 grams, which is what the metal piece is. So what are we going to weigh first? Well, Walking Liberty, $half. Should be about 12.5 grams. It's worn some, so it'll be a little bit less. 12.35. Now, knowing that these are worn pretty bad, this one's dateless, it'll probably come out, well, 6 1/4 is what it started at. Well, it's well under 6 1/4, which means that, well, and technically these were more than 2 cents over melt, but not a whole lot more. The dime I found in my change, Roosevelt, 2.5 grams. Barely worn, 2.49. Now, let's go ahead and put the big Bavarian coin on the scale. It's a little thinner, but wider than a Morgan dollar, which would be 26.7 grams. This one weighs in at 26.52. So the price I ended up paying for it is just a little bit over melt. Now, put that back on there because the scale was saying showing 26.49. When I took that coin off, it said -3, so it got jostled a little. The Morgan dollar isn't worn very much, 26.6. So how much does what's left of this 38 Gooden, 2.5 Goodens coin weigh? It's about 3.5 grams less than a Morgan dollar, and it's 720 silver. So I don't think I did too bad. Once I pointed out to him it was a 720, he looked it up and then gave me. He was going to charge $5 more for the coin, but once we figured out what kind of coin it was, he knocked $5 off. Now, what does this weigh? 13.22. Now, these are a little bit bigger and heavier than. Where'd that Walker go? They're a little bit bigger across than a Walking Liberty. The old 50 cents. These don't fit in your 50-cent holder very good. If you're going to put it in a card mount, put it in a dollar amount. Anyway, that's pretty much covering what I got today. And for Addicted to Minis and loving it, this one might be a bit of a trigger coin because he's got several of these 2.5 Goodens that are like near uncirculated. This one is obviously way more than uncirculated. It's a chip at this point. This might be 0.94 silver or something. I think it's higher percentage than what than 90. I haven't looked it up yet though, so maybe he'll make a comment about it and tell me, because he probably knows something about this. He seems to know a little bit about almost everything, coins wise, especially foreign coins. Anyway, that's going to pretty much cover my live stream. I'm hoping that everyone has a good day, and I hope to be able to buy more coin lots similar to this in the future. And but if you want to buy one of these and it's messed up like this, don't pay very much. It's just a piece of copper, and it's not, with environmental damage, it's really not worth much. So I hope everyone has a good day, and we'll see you next time, because that's all I got.